What's up guys, it's Brandon with Extreme Daily Drivers, and today I have an update to the Prelude. So to bring those of you up to speed who aren't familiar with what's going on with this car, I bought it a couple years ago. The only issue it had when I initially got it was that the clutch pedal would go to the floor and stay there. I got it home, I replaced the slave cylinder, I had a clutch, I started it up, it ran like total crap. Basically drove it from here to the end of the street and back because I thought the car was going to die. And when I got it home, I started to tear it all apart, I started deleting everything and buying all sorts of parts, and in the process I found out that I had a blown head gasket. I went ahead, got a new head gasket as well as a new head, because after looking at the head gasket and seeing how blown it was, I just assumed the head was bad as well. Put it all back together about a year ago, turned the key over, and with the radiator cap off, the antifreeze shot up to the ceiling. So obviously my cooling system was under compression. Didn't know why at the time. Thought it was probably the block based off what I saw from the head gasket, even though I did do some measurements on my own to see just if it was warped in any way. I assumed it was a block. I went ahead and bought myself a block, which took about 6 months to find for this engine. Got the block, dropped it off at the machine shop where it's currently sitting. It's all finished. It just, the cylinders had to be bored out and we need oversized pistons, so we're waiting for those pistons to come in. So the engine's been at the machine shop for months and I've been getting antsy. So I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos just about basically anything. One of the guys I follow is Alberto Big Boost. He's out of Orlando. He's a great mechanic. He recently put an engine together for his BMW. And when he put it all together, it was brand new. I think everything in it was new. Put it all together, he put it in the car. They turned the key over. They had the exact same issue that I had. Antifreeze started to shoot out of the radiator and the overflow tank. And what he said was it's possible that maybe I didn't crank down or torque down the head bolts tight enough. That made me start to think, maybe I had made this exact same mistake. The torque wrench that I used in order to put this back together was from Harbor Freight. It was given to me as a gift, so I used it. But after thinking about things, I thought to myself, well, maybe I didn't torque those head bolts down hard enough. After doing a little bit more research, I found out that although the manual says to torque it to 49 foot-pounds, a lot of people torque them to 60 on this engine. I borrowed a nice torque wrench from a buddy of mine. I took the head apart. I cranked down the head studs. I cranked them down to 49, and the reason I stopped at 49 is because they were a full turn loose, every single one of them. So I stopped at 49, I put everything back together, and we're about to turn this car over and see if water is going to shoot out of our radiator. So I'm excited about this. We're going to see what's going to happen. Keep our fingers crossed that we are not going to have any issues and that we actually are going to have a car that runs. Let's see what's going to happen. Success. I think we got success. Dude, how about that? It starts, it runs, antifreeze isn't pouring out of it. It does surge like crazy, but I deleted so much stuff off of this that it's probably my fault that it does that. But check it out. No leaks. Nothing's leaking. Nothing is pouring out all over the place. I forgot to put my intake on. No big deal. We don't need it for just in here. There is water. There's water in there. So yeah, no exhaust. That's why it's so freaking loud. All I have is a header, and the header leaks because it's just a terrible design. But all fixable. So basically, I think I have a running driving car right now, which is insane. This car's never been driven, never idled. You saw briefly there that it smoothed out. That was me with my foot on the gas. But other than that, it surged like crazy. I was kind of waiting for it to warm up and hopefully that it would just smooth out. It's okay. I'm super happy with the way it is right now. The timing needs to be adjusted on it, which quite honestly I've never done. And I'm going to ask a friend of mine to come over and give me a hand with it. But this is insane. What an exciting update. So what's left, you might be asking? What needs to happen in order to make this car go down the road? That's a great question. This is what needs to happen. I need new axles, okay, because the driver's side one is shot and spewed grease everywhere, and I don't want to repeat that. So I need 2 new axles. I'm going to need 2 new axle seals. I'm going to need to bleed the brakes. I need to roll the fenders. I need to come up with a height that's probably a little higher than this because this is ridiculous. And I think that's it. I think that's all I need. I need to set the timing, but that's just a mechanical thing. How exciting is this? In the next week or two, I'm going to SEMA in like 4 days, so I can't get this thing running before SEMA. But when I get back, it's going to be awesome. Oh, I need exhaust. But I got that all taken care of. I just need to buy the stuff, take it to a place to have it put it on. But we need to get it running and driving before we worry about exhaust. So, super happy to give you this update. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and Prelude people, hopefully I'll be seeing you at the next meet. See you soon.